Ladies and gentlemen, the President. Governor of the State of Georgia, Brian Kemp.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
President Trump, are you worried about people in North Carolina being able to vote in affected areas? Thank you for being here.
I'm worried about the people, not the vote. I'm worried about the people. A lot of people missing. It's a bad one. This was a bad one. Bad storm, maybe the worst. Thank you, sir. Please.
Gentlemen, I just want to thank you for coming to Columbia County. This was ground zero of the hurricane damage. You're in our EOC, which has been operating for the last 10 days. We started 2 days before the hurricane hit. The folks you see seated here have been working 24/7, provide incredible results for the people of Columbia County. I do want to point out Sean Granado, our EMA manager, who has done a fantastic job of managing this whole situation. And special thanks to Georgia Power. We were 95% down with power, and now we're at 35%. Mr. Stephen King, thank you for everything for that. And I'm going to ask our County Manager, Scott Johnson, to give a briefing to the President and Governor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. President, thank you for being here. Governor, thank you always for being here as well. Just want to give you just a kind of a quick update. As you know, the hurricane struck this area with the eastern bands of the hurricane. It really hit us between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. It hit us hard because our winds were 70 mile an hour sustained winds and up to 90 mile an hour gusts really for that entire time, that 3 a.m. to 7 a.m., which is why we were hit so hard. You just take a look at the screen up here, you can see over on the left side, you can see the circles where the affected areas were. Those were the heaviest winds. The three on the left of that screen are Columbia County and moving into Augusta. So really the heaviest hit area is where you are now. And if you'll take another look up at the top screen, you got a little slide there, you'll see those red roads. When we woke up and came out Friday morning rather, that's what we found. Everything red was closed. Go ahead and slide for me. This is where Columbia County's been able to get between Friday morning and today. You can see that almost everything in Columbia County is open. And that is thanks to the folks that are working in this room. We were able to staff this EOC immediately to get everybody in here. Luckily for us, we were set up in advance. We actually started operations in here on Wednesday, preparing for this storm, even knowing that we were so far inland that we might not be affected by the hurricane, but we were affected. We were affected greatly. We've already done windshield assessments. As you can see, these windshield assessments show that we have 1,400 minor damage, 1,421 major damage, 200 homes destroyed, 87 inaccessible. And this is just in the windshield, but we have assessed almost every property in Columbia County already, just in this first week with the assets that we had. Lucky for us, we were able to again set everything up. Our first 24 hours of operation, it was a response operation. We immediately went into clearing. The very first morning we started clearing, and by daylight the next day, we had a lot of our major roads already cleared. On day 2, Columbia County went proactive. We decided we weren't going to sit back. It was no longer a response. We went proactive, and we said we've got to make sure this community is taken care of. Even though there was no gas, no grocery stores open or anything like that, we were able to make sure that we could get to all residents. We used social media to our advantage. In this particular case, it's all we really had. No TV stations. We had, again, 60,000 people without power, 95% of our county, but a lot of people had charged their phones. So we were giving daily updates and multiple updates daily, letting the folks in Columbia County know where they stood. Fortunately for us, again, we were able to get a shelter set up. And while we appreciate our partners at Red Cross and certainly appreciate our partners at GEMA, Columbia County was self-sufficient enough that we set up our shelter in the first 24 hours, and we were able to shelter over 250 residents of this county with no help from the outside. Most of the stuff that you've seen so far, we've been self-sufficient on. So we've been kind of having a tagline here, Columbia County Strong. And just want to say that I want to thank the people in this room for remaining Columbia County Strong. They got it done in our darkest hour. So thank you very much. And thank you both for being here, and thank you for your support. We very much appreciate it. We've got a long way to go, but I can tell you from what you've seen on the way in, you can see we've gotten a lot done in the first week. We still have about 20,000 without power in the county. We're working on that. We'll answer any questions you have.
Thank you, sir.
Steady working on the power. I know driving in, there was lineman crews on the main routes pulling wire, so they're getting after it. It's amazing, the damage, incredible. We've seen it from one end of the state to the other, so I cannot thank y'all enough for what you're doing on the response side. It's been incredible.
Have you ever had anything like this? So you've been doing this for a while. Have you ever had a hurricane or a storm like this one?
Never, Mr. President. This has been the most devastating thing that ever happened to this area. We had an ice storm in 2014. We think our debris management is going to be about 5 times greater in this storm than the ice storm in 2014, which crippled the county for about a week. But again, I think we're 5 times worse in this situation.
You're doing a great job. I want to thank the governor. The governor's working hard. I know that for a fact, and very effectively. So I just want to thank on behalf of everybody the governor. Really good job, Brian.
I would tell you, Mr. President, this storm, to put in perspective, Georgia Power's worst storm they've ever dealt with. They had to repair 1,700 poles. This one's over 8,000.
Wow, that's amazing.
So it's just significantly bigger than anything we've ever had to deal with.
Is communication okay with Starlink, with the addition of Starlink?
Well, communication's getting better. It's one of the first things that GEMA was working on, was trying to get power, cell phone towers, obviously, medical facilities, hospitals, 911 centers. A lot of counties like this are self-sufficient in being able to get operability going. But certainly any communication for some of these counties, I mean, there was no power, no cell phone towers, so Starlink, and we were also sending sat phones out, so satellite phones, just so we could communicate with the 911 and the local emergency managers.
Great job. Great job. I want to thank you all. I know what you've been through. This has been a tough one.